Hi, can I help you?
Hi, can I get a small French fries?
Is that all?
Yep.
$2, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
French fries. They are arguably the most popular food item, and when you're out to eat, they are a must as a side dish. But as tasty as they can be, did you ever think about what's on the surface of the fries itself? Probably not. According to the research we did, doctors say just about everything we eat has preservatives on it.
The last time we traded in a car, we were vacuuming out the car, and I knew it had been a very long time since we had gotten fast food French fries. And I was amazed by the fact that there was this French fry that I dug out of the car seat for my kids in the back seat, and I knew that thing had been in there for months, if not a year. And it looked perfectly pristine. So I've always kind of had that intriguing question in my head of how can that be? So the fry experiment, it gives you this reaction like, WTF, what the fry? How could that be that this thing looks so good? So that's where this whole experiment came from.
Hi, can I get a small French fries?
Anything else?
So
Nope,
we
that's it.
bought a small bag of fries from 5 major chain restaurants, which we are not identifying. But then we also cut up potatoes and fried them on our own too. The next day, we took 1 fry from each bag and set them out on a paper towel, exposing them to the air. The other fries were sealed in a Ziploc bag. All of the fries were placed next to a window and left alone for more than 2 months.
Really gross. I'm surprised the potatoes held up as much as they did, because they look like pretty pristine compared to all these other lovely bags.
As of the writing of this story, the fries exposed to the air lost some of the oil, which can be seen on the paper towels. But other than that, they looked nearly identical to how they did the day they were bought. But even more alarming, it took a minimum of 3 weeks for some of the fries inside the bag to be penetrated by the humid air. One brand, mold did not appear even inside a sealed bag for about 2 months. Upper Brook High School chemistry teacher Veronica Neff helped us research the preservatives on the fry.
That's alarming, okay, because these have to be pickled with preservatives to keep them that stable and fresh looking. Now, I'm assuming they're probably pretty hard. I don't want to touch them, but if you notice the color, because a lot of the preservatives maintain the color, the flavor, and the quality of the French fry itself, but over time obviously you're going to lose that softness, that freshness, but as you can see, there is no mold on these French fries. So essentially what happens is as the food starts to degrade, especially the oils, whenever you cook something in the oil, it's going to start to degrade and release free radicals. So what the synthetic preservative or any preservative does, it will stabilize that free radical and prevent further deterioration of the sample.
And by far, I think F, which is just a normal potato, I guess looks the most normal, which is weird, but of all the French fries is the most disgusting. So that's kind of pointing to me that they have the least preservatives. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get a lot more fries rather than say here that looks pretty close to the day we got them.
Tertiary butyl hydroquinone is a synthetic preservative that's used to maintain the quality, color, and the flavor, the freshness of your samples here. If you look at the stem of the preservative, it's tertiary butyl hydroquinone. Butyl meaning butane, comes from a butane-derived compound. So it is a fuel. It is petroleum based. Where do we see butane? Butane lighters. Okay, it's a byproduct of petroleum.
Finally, doctors we talked to didn't want to appear on camera, but told us, again, mostly all food products have food preservatives in them. The preservatives are there to preserve the natural characteristics of the food and to increase the shelf life. They said that some food preservation can be so artificial that even nuclear radiation has been used.
My intake of fries is definitely going to change. I can't say it'll change drastically just because who doesn't love French fries? But I'm definitely, next time I go to a a fast food restaurant, I'm definitely going to think about what it would look like in a few months.
So my advice is to stay away from any French fry that has more than 3 ingredients. Stick to something that has French fries, maybe peanut oil, and a little bit of salt.
Would you eat these fries?
Absolutely not. It can cause cancer, In addition to that, it can cause enlarged liver. A lot of these petroleum-based preservatives are only approved in the United States. They're not approved in Europe. So there's things that definitely aren't worth eating a French fry for.
For UPN, I'm Sanjana Patel.